butcher wearing a blood-stained white coat. Waving us back with a bloody meat cleaver, he said, "Y'all come on back." I asked my mom, "What are we doing here?" She said, "Your doctor called today to get an accurate weight on you." "So why didn't we go to his office?" I asked. "Because," my mom said, "you haven't been able to weigh on the doctor's scale since you were in 8th grade. It only goes up to 350 pounds. So at 16 years old, I was trying to wrap my mind around the fact that I weighed more than 350 pounds. The butcher points to a massive scale used to weigh large portions of meat that haven't yet been portioned for retail sale. "Get on up there, Roy," he said. "Let's get a weight on you." I emptied my pockets and took off my shoes, don't we all? And stepped up to watch a long red needle zip around and land on 454. I heard my mom gasp and then watched as the shame, embarrassment, and powerlessness trickled down her cheeks. Through a choked-up voice, my mom said, "We've got to do something about this, baby." "I know, Mom," I said. But we didn't. Mom kept working, and I kept eating. I gained even more weight. Like so many children under 18, I grew up in poverty. As a poor, morbidly obese child, I was bullied for those reasons and more. I dreaded school and was absent as often as my mom would allow to avoid being bullied. The defenses I used to protect myself only brought more negative attention my way. I hated myself as a teenager and contemplated suicide many times. There were adults who tried to help and saw part of my struggle, but in general, I felt invisible to my peers and my teachers. I was the largest human being in my hometown, and I felt as if I were wearing Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. I graduated near the bottom of my class, weighing more than 500 pounds and donning a 7X shirt with a size 64-inch waist. I hated myself. At 17 years old, I often thought, why would people like me? I'm just poor, fat, and stupid. I basically flunked out of college and got a job in industrial construction. After about a year, I went back to college with the help of coworkers. My first day back on campus, a group of guys I'd known in high school approached me saying, "Hey, Roy, you need to come to the Catholic Student Center." To that I replied, "I haven't been to church since 10th grade, and I don't plan on starting now." They smiled and said, "But there are free donuts." I said, "Well, I guess I should at least check it out." God often uses carbs to draw us closer to Himself. I stopped going to church in 10th grade because my mom, while wanting me to go, wasn't around enough to make me. I wasn't aware of it at the time, but I harbored a deep resentment toward God. Like many youth, I didn't think God was as capricious and vengeful as much as apathetic to my situation, and unable, or even worse, unwilling to help me. When I walked into the Catholic Student Center, I discovered heaven. Boxes upon boxes of hot, fresh donuts. To the shock and horror of many regulars, I strutted up, grabbed my dozen, and plopped down into a small sofa that fit me like a chair, shattering one of its legs. A few students came to talk with me. I instantly made my mission clear. I was only there to eat 1 dozen donuts. Hold the religion, please. They pressed on, asking me about myself and seeming genuinely interested in me. Many of our initial conversations revolved around me, which made me feel weird and awkward, as it can for so many young people desperately wanting positive attention. Because I couldn't get much positive attention, when I did it seemed to arbitrarily come in short spurts. I had long settled for negative attention because it seemed to come more easily. But these people seemed genuinely interested in me. Unlike in high school, they really saw me, and I began thinking, maybe there's more to me than I can see. I continued going to the Catholic Student Center, mainly for food and friendship, still keeping the religion at bay. No one forced it on me or even pushed it. I was pretty interested in it, though, because the people I met at the center were genuinely happy. I tried to convince them and myself that I was happy, but the truth was I was miserable. I was anxious and severely depressed for most of my teen years, and while things were now going more in my favor, I was still depressed. I still hated myself. 15 years later, the priest at the student center, who is now a dear friend, told me, "When I saw you on the couch that day, I'd never..."